Shalom Aleichem. Welcome to our program, continuing to speak about the Frierdiker Rebbe, Rabbi Yitzchak Schneerson's coming to America in 1929. I'm standing here in front of the shul called Anshei Lubavitch, which was the first shul in Boro Park in the early 1900s of Chasidic persuasion. It's on 12th Avenue and 41st Street. It is here in this shul where in 1928 Rabbi Aleinu Simpson came to be a rabbi, and he was here for a while, and then he opened his own shul, as I discussed in the previous clip. In this shul, Rabbi Ushpal in the 1950s, Rabbi Yitzchak Ushpal, Rosh Yeshiva in Lubavitch Yeshiva, before that in Vilna, Rosh Yeshiva, and the author of the Sefer Darkei Chesed on Hilchos Avelis and the laws of mourning and burial, and at the time he was the head of the Chevra Kadisha for many years in Crown Heights. He was a Rav here in this shul during the 1950s, 60s, 70s, till his passing, and they named also the shul Beis Yitzchak, Anshei Lubavitch, Beis Yitzchak. The shul here had a board of directors from its beginning, and I'm told that actually it began in some house a few blocks away until the building was built here. And initially they owned the entire block. They slowly sold off parts of the property to others, and this shul still stands in the corner. In the bylaws of 1914, the shul's bylaws, there's an interesting law there, and it says that anyone that will take off their Talis before Aleinu, before the end of davening, will be punished, penalized. They'll have to pay 50 cents. I looked up in today's inflation, that would be about $12.50 or so. $12.50 would be for taking off your talis before Aleinu. It doesn't say if it was during the week or Shabbos, but I thought it's very interesting and apropos that you have a situation in where it's important to the Yidden that were davening there that people wait to the end of davening and not rush out of shul. And I think that's a very important lesson for us today. The previous Rebbe did not come to this shul in 1929, the 10 days or so that he spent in Boro Park from September 12th until before Rosh Hashanah, when he went to Brownsville. But nevertheless, he had written letters during the time that people were here, and the Rebbe subsequent to that wrote letters as well. The people who davened in the shul while Rabbi Ushpal was the Rav here said he was able to bring peace between people who were more modern. They wanted the Israeli flag and the American flag, and the nature of the shul being a Nusachari shul, he was able, with his personality and kind character, he was able to balance the different opinions. I was also told that he would come about a half an hour earlier, Shabbos morning, I think about 8:30 or 9, and he would start davening, and he would daven slow, so by the time Shemon Esrei came along, he was holding with the minyan, which is important for us to know also. People who, especially during the month of Elul, people who want to be Maidach B'Tfilah, they want to, daven a little longer, so you could do both. You could daven longer and Chaparain and have the Tfilah B'Tzibur as well. So this is a little bit about this shul, and we hope and pray that the shul will continue standing for many years. They're looking now to make it the city of New York should recognize it as an eternal edifice in which it will be grandfathered in, and one won't be able to destroy it, God forbid. May Hashem help that it should be so, And in the merit of this great shul and the previous Rebbe being in Boro Park, this coming week will be 90 years. We should have the Geula Shlema, merit to Mashiach's arrival speedily. Amen. Amen.